3, 2, 1. Yo, what's up? What's going on? Welcome in, much love, Trav here, Commander EDH Hype, bringing you a Breya Etherium Shaper deck tech. Thank you, Corey Horn, for commissioning this deck. He made it happen, so we have him to thank. A little bit of background. This is a test deck. That's part of the plan. Corey's testing it on his end. I'm going to explain the cards. We had a few commanders to choose from. I chose Breya because it's very interesting. And let's talk about the general theme of the deck. Also, if you are interested in more stuff like this, let me know. More EDH stuff, I'll do it. Probably not going to play with the deck because it's so pricey. But we'll talk about how it works, why it works, etc. So, Breya Etherium Sculptor is a 4-mana 4/4. Let's get it where you can see it. When it enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 blue Thopter artifacts with flying. So for 4 mana, we get 3 bodies. And for those of y'all who don't know how EDH works, you start with, 40 life, and Commander hits someone for 20, they lose, right? Commander starts in the command zone. We can cast it from the command zone. If it dies, then we can cast it from the command zone +2. So 6 the second time, 8 the third time, so on. And everything in the deck needs to produce or use these colors and not the other colors, so it's white, blue, black, green. Breya is going to make 3 bodies, 3 artifacts when she comes in, and for 2 in sack you can get 5 life, you can kill a creature, you can do 3 damage to a player. Breya is dealing the 3 damage, so really interesting card. We're going to be everything but green, and the key is that we're making a bunch of bodies. We can combo, there's a few infinite combos we can use. The question for EDH is how much combo is too much combo? How obnoxious do you want to be? You tell me. And also going wide is a thing. 1 second, I realized that Master of Etherium is not in here and is supposed to be. We're going to make a split second change. Master of, I'm trying to type out here, it's wet. Master of Etherium is a great card that, we'll figure out one card to cut as we do this. So let's dive into it. One thing is, this is a mana sink. It's not a free to sacrifice, it's 2 mana to sacrifice. So we're going to want a lot of mana, and I'm a sucker for mana. My version has way more artifact mana than most people play. We've outsourced this to Twitter a little bit. I looked at a few other lists, and I decided just to have stupid amounts of artifact mana because we can always sack them to Breya, and we can use them for mana sinks to draw stupid amounts of cards. I love card drawing. Corey, I think you will like casting Sphinx's Revelation for 9. It is a fun thing. So that's what it's about. Infinite combos, a little bit of go wide aggro, and drawing super big bombs, drawing tons of mana. So let's briefly go over the mana base. I was requested to not use cards that cost more than $100, so we have no original duels. For 4 colors, we definitely want the fetch lands, and like Polluted Delta, Marsh Flats, Scalding Tarn, etc. For a 4-color mana base, you can also use the green fetch lands, Misty, and so on. You're technically allowed to use them, and they could be good. I'm not giving 100% this is exactly how to do it, but those are good. I like the fast lands because they're pain-free. The, where are you, Inspiring Vantage and so on, Dark Slick Shores are good. 1 of each basic that we can tutor for. I also want to play the man lands. I think that they're good. They give us a reason to have extra mana, things to do with extra mana. Extra bodies are good. We're not playing a whole lot of 1-drops anyways, so they can come into play tapped. No moxes. So that's Needle Spires, Celestial Colonnade, Creeping Tar Pit, and Lava Claw Reaches is a big one. I really like Lava Claw Reaches. Where are you? Lava Claw Reaches, because we can put in X mana, and which is potentially a lot of mana. And we have the artifact lands that are colored, 1 of each. I am only playing a couple colorless lands. One is Strip Mine, which you can cut. Another is Inventor's Fair. which tutors, which is important. It's amazing land here. You could play Ink Moth and Blank Moth, but yeah, probably actually better than Strip Mine. Let's cut Strip Mine and put in a Ink Moth, or maybe that should be another fetch land. It's a work in progress. Talk about the spells a little bit. Let's go over a few of the combos. One of them is Grafted Exoskeleton. Gives a creature Infect. So basically it lets us pay 2 to deal 3 Infect damage. And she's a 6/6 also, so that's pretty, you can kill people with Infect pretty quickly with that. There's also a combo of, where is it? There is, what's the other equipment? There's a few. We'll get to them. Let's just go through one by one. Soul Ring, Mox Opal, a few of the mana generators, Mana Vault, stupid amounts of mana, why not? Especially for dominant X spells. Skull Clamp, otherwise wouldn't be particularly good because I don't have a ton of creatures in this build, but Breya makes the 1/1, so Skull Clamp can draw stupid amounts of cards. Vamp Tutor, Enlightened Tutor, find our combos, search for anything, search for any artifact enchantment. So we've got Thopter Foundry Sword of the Meek combo, lets us sacrifice a Sword of the Meek, and Sword of the Meek comes back as a 1/1 for X mana, gain X life, X 1/1s. Time Sieve lets us go infinite. You could play like the Atlas or Disciple of the Vault or something like that. I like Time Sieve. Extra turns are fun. And then we have, so we can actually go infinite. Muddle the Mixture and Demonic Tutor is a few more ways to find it. A bunch of signets. I like Prophetic Prism. Remember, this is 4 colors, so we want to have access to 4 colors, and the signets are very good for that. Here's the Nim Death Mantle. There's the infinite. Mere Retriever is a way to pick things up from the grave. Lightning Greaves I like a lot because we have some big dumb stuff in here as well. Grim Monolith, taps for 3. I like Felwar Stone. Usually someone's going to have a 5-color land in EDH. If it's a 1v1, this might not be super good. And then Signets. So tons and tons of mana, but again, I have some big bombs, and Breya herself likes mana. Nim Death Mantle, so here's a combo. So for to equip Breya, whenever a non-token creature is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, you may pay 4. If you do, return that card to the battlefield and attach Nim Death Mantle to it. So the combo is with Ironworks or Ashnod's Altar. Ashnod's Altar lets us sacrifice an artifact for 2 mana. Krut Clan lets us sacrifice for 2 mana. We play Breya, we have 2 2/2s. We sacrifice the 2 2/2s for 4 mana. We sacrifice Breya for 2 mana. We just made 6 mana. Nim Death Mantle asks us to pay 4 mana to return Breya to the battlefield. And we get 2 more 2/2s. We just netted 2 mana. So we can do that infinitely, make infinite mana, and then use the infinite mana to burn everyone out with the 3 damage ability. So there's a nice little infinite combo, lots of ways to search it up. Shimmer Mirror, I like this. I saw this one floating out in a few lists. I think it's great in multiplayer. Otherwise not super good, but just this is maybe cuttable because it's but just having the ability to play at instant speed is great. I really like that. I think it'll be especially very good in multiplayer. Sculpting Steel, I like because it lets you copy a mana rock or a bomb later if you want. Foundry Inspector, I'm kind of mixed on, makes things cheaper. Maybe I would cut this for Master of Etherium. I like Master because Breya is going to be a 5/5, the 2 1/1s are going to be 2/2s, Master is going to be a 4/4, it's just guaranteed good. Metalworker, reveal any number of artifacts, make stupid amounts of mana, put them into the X spells at the top end, which we'll get to. Coalition Relic and Chromatic Lantern help us fix our mana, which is key. Grand Architect, tap a blue creature to get 2 colorless. Breya taps for 6, tap for 8, makes stupid mana. Trinket Mage, Treasure Mage, Fabricate for some searching. Trinket Mage is maybe cuttable because it's only finding a Skull Clamp or a Mana Vault or a Soul Ring, but I think that's pretty good. So we have our Altar, we have our Skeleton. Thran Dynamo taps for 3, it's amazing. I'm not playing Voltaic Key, by the way, because I'd rather just have another mana rock. You could play Voltaic Key in here. Witchbane Orb is fine. This is maybe cuttable. You just can't be the target of discard spells, burn spells, stuff like that. Solemn Simulacrum is just gas and goes well with our sacrifice. Clock of Omens is a cool one. Tap 2 untapped artifacts to untap an artifact. So we're not going infinite or anything like that, but we can tap 2 artifacts to untap a 3-man Dynamo to make mana, or to untap a blocker or something like that. It's just pretty decent, pretty sweet. Tezzeret, great planeswalker. Digs, drains, makes 5/5s, just super good. Phyrexian Metamorphs, like another Sculpting Steel, but it copies their creatures. Master Transmuter is really cool. Put an artifact from our hand into the battlefield. We've got some spicy, expensive ones, which we'll get to, or with Ichor Wellspring to draw cards. Arkham Dagsim is really cool. We tap this, target artifact, creatures control or sacrifice it. We're going to sacrifice an artifact, and we search our graveyard for a non-creature artifact card, put it on the battlefield, so we can get a Mindslaver, which is, or, yeah, I guess we're getting a Mindslaver. And we should have an Academy Ruins in here, so that we can go infinite with our Mindslaver, extra turns. Let's go ahead and get Academy Ruins in here. If it's not, we can cut the Nexus and cut a Buried Ruin. It's probably better. So our 5s, Tezzeret is another tutor, searches for things, gives us an ultimate to win. Forge Master is pretty sweet, sacrifice 3 artifacts. Breya gives us plenty to grab any artifact. We're going to get at the top end in a minute. Precursor Golem, 3 bodies for 5. It's really vulnerable, but it's good. Wormcoil Engine, classic. Thopter Assembly is a really cool one. We pick it up, gives us 5 1/1s. It's pretty sweet. Mindslaver to take their turn. Duplicant is a big removal spell, body. Sharoom is just pure gas. When she comes in, you may return an artifact from our graveyard to the battlefield. Open the vaults, return all artifact and enchantment cards. So I'm mixed on this because this can really benefit the opponents. So this one's cuttable to me. Also, we're not really that heavy on eggs combo. I chose not to go eggs combo because it's fucking annoying. Staff of Domination is an awesome mana sink, lets us draw cards. Metalwork Colossus is a new one, which is really cool. This thing's going to be really cheap, and 10/10 is not bad. Blightsteel Colossus is our big daddy. We can Lightning Greaves, attack for 11/11 Infect. Get this off of Master Transmuter, cold out the Forge Master, whatever, just drop it quick with Metalworker. All is Dust as a sweeper, really good sweeper. A few ways to tutor for it. Destroy all, or sacrifice all colored permanents. Mere Battlesphere as a way to get a bunch of 1/1s. Memnarch, another mana sink, gain control of shit. This thing is crazy when it goes off. And then 3 X spells. So that's the deck as I propose it. We'll see how Corey likes it. Thanks for commissioning it. If anyone else wants something like this done, you can message me if you want more EDH content. I will try to do it. Again, I'm probably not going to play with this deck because Magic Online EDH is just not that fun anyways. It's a lot more fun in person, 3 or 4 buddies, even an hour or 2. You know, online is just, I'd rather grind standard or limited or do some crazy modern brews. It's just not the best environment for it. So, does that mean we're going to see in-person paper gameplay videos? Probably not, but someone should do it. I bet a lot of people would like that. I don't know if people are already doing that in EDH. Anyways, let me know what feedback you'd like, what you would change about this list, what you think I'm missing, what you think sucks about my build. Let's give Corey the best deck. Much love. Thank you. Take care. Have an amazing one.